up on Good Morning Wilmington Live. KIVA, Delaware's Capital Access Manager, Mary Easley stops by the plaza to talk about Delaware's first ever KIVA Hub and what that means for entrepreneurs and small business owners. Plus, NRT MIDAS Program Director, Arthi Jayaraman, and Program Director Jennifer Johnston stops by to talk about the program's new Summer of Science video series. Be sure to tune in right here on DETV.
Good morning, Wilmington.
Good morning.
I'm your host, Big Ivy, talking to town, Mr. DETV. I'm here with my lovely co-host,
Vincenza. Good morning, Wilmington, and good morning, Ivan.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Yes, it is Monday, July 11th.
Oh my gosh, this is July already.
I know, and it's a Monday, but how was your weekend? Did you have a good weekend? Was it productive?
Weekend was really crazy. It was really great. Saturday, I was able to do a photo shoot here in the studio with the Blunt family. They were celebrating, I believe it was Mama's Blunt, her 80th birthday. So we were able to, I think Dennis is putting a picture up now. It was Marla, Congresswoman Lisa Blunt Rochester, and their sister Thea, along with Mr. Ted Blunt and the grandkids. It was like they have a huge family. So
I know the Blunt family. Yeah. They're regulars at the restaurant, and we absolutely adore them. And that's really beautiful that they were able to capture a special moment, 80th birthday, but also you were able to capture that moment.
Yeah.
You're a great photographer. I don't know if anybody knows that Ivan is a master of, he has many talents, but not just being my dynamic co-host, but also an amazing photographer, videographer, producer, you name it. The list goes on and on and on and on. Well, it's true. It's true. I always like to give credit where it's due, but also I like to acknowledge that when someone's working hard, doing well, but also earned it.
Well, yeah, I appreciate it. And it was special because when they called me, I was like, yeah, most definitely I'll do it, because I was Congresswoman Lisa's Blunt, her first photographer when she decided to run for Congress. So it was like I'm like history / family / cousin from another mother and all that. So I'm adopted into the Blunt family. And
it's a good family to be a part of.
That's all right. But other than that, I had another photo shoot yesterday with the owners of allhiphop.com, one of the biggest hip hop websites in the world here at DETV, Grouchy Greg and Jigsaw, Chuck Moore. So it was busy. Very busy. We are always gotta move. Gotta keep
always moving, always moving and shaking. So today is also National Blueberry Muffin Day. There's a day for something, but I have to say,
isn't it?
I love blueberry muffins. Have you ever tried Entenmann's mini blueberry muffins before?
No, we didn't have Entenmann's growing up. We had grandmoms. Like grandma would make blueberry muffins.
That's probably better.
And it was like no preservatives. It was like a bunch of blueberries. So we had that growing up. And but okay, Entenmann's. What about Entenmann's? You like?
No, just the little blueberry muffins. They were just really, really good. My grandmother would always have them at the house, and when we would visit her, she would always make sure she would give us some to take home when we would leave. And I always remember growing up eating the Entenmann's little blueberry muffins. But being that it is National Blueberry Muffin Day, it is only fitting that our wonderful producer Najee would provide us with
all these endless carbs. These worthless carbs. and then on Wednesday we have my trainer coming in showing us some workout techniques, right? And then you're going to bring this. So I'm not going to incriminate myself by eating this muffin. I'm going to sit here and drink my juice, right?
So you're going to leave me hanging?
Yep, baby girl. It's all you. All that. That's
Najee said, Vincenza, Ivan, make sure you eat the blueberry muffin for National Blueberry Muffin Day, and I am doing
You're doing that?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, it would be nice if it was maybe lightly buttered and toasted.
They just give her a muffin. They just here. They're like this. Eat that. Go ahead.
All right. In honor of National Blueberry Muffin Day.
I'll cheer with you. Cheers. Right. It would be nice if it was a little.
All right. I'll let you go to the next topic.
All
while
right.
I enjoy
Next topic coming up. Let's see. What else is going? We got some things going on this week.
We have
some water. Get her some water. She's choking over here.
I'm good. Did you, you were very busy, but did you have the opportunity to watch the new movie that came out on Netflix? Excuse me, I shouldn't be
Brandon, give me some water before she choke, please. Because my insurance don't cover that. Hustle.
Did you see it?
I did.
What did you think?
I thought it was a great movie. I really, this is the way, it's real life. It's what happens, especially when you get older and then people try to ice you out your position. I think it was a great movie. We also had a couple town favorites, people that were from Delaware in the movie.
Who?
He is the voice of the Blue Coats on court. Najee, what's his name?
Oh goodness.
What's his name? That's on the Blue Coats. Fame, my man Fame. I'm sorry, Jesus, I went blank. Fame. You can see his
saving the day. Thank you, Najee.
You can see his
Always
hat,
saving the day.
and he makes a couple cameos throughout the movie on there. So he's there. But other than that, I like the movie. Did you like it?
I loved it. It was all feels, it was uplifting, it was motivating. If you have a competitive mindset, whatever you do in life, if you have that competitive mindset, you like to set goals and work hard for it, then you will love this movie. Yes, it's also for the basketball lovers, but I truly feel that Adam Sandler did a phenomenal job producing this movie. The executive producer of the movie was LeBron James, and I was reading up on it, and they were able to get so many influential basketball players and legends to star in the movie because of his connection, LeBron James' connection. And if you saw, and you're a basketball lover, there was some great cameos, and I really, really enjoyed it. But what I loved about it was that you saw the hard work that was going into training for the NBA, but just being discovered. And it really was. To me, it was like, wow, there's a lot more hard work that goes into it, and not everyone is discovered. And it is a little bit of luck on top of that.
A little bit of luck, but a lot of preparation, right?
Yes.
You prepare for whatever you want to be in life. And like when you watch the movie, like you said, you can see like training off hours, training off season, the
sacrifice.
The sacrifice. And those are the things that if you want to be just successful, and I'm not talking about success about making money, I'm talking about being successful to make you happy in life. You got to give more than anything. You got to give more than anybody. And you just got to just, like how they say, just eat crow sometime, and just go out. I love the movie. I give it a big 5 out of 5 stars.
I agree. Right away, after I was done watching it, I wanted to start it from the beginning and watch it all over again. And it was interesting to see Adam Sandler play a more serious role. He did have some comedy intertwined in the movie, but it was really neat to see him play a more serious role. But because I'm an Adam Sandler movie fan, I love a lot of his movies. So,
but look, the floor director was like, look, and she's trying to. Every time I can't. What are you doing? You playing basketball? Okay, you're horrible. Just horrible. All right. They had tryouts at the field house, and one of the things it was shot in Philadelphia. So we definitely. I remember when they had tryouts there at the field house. So it was. I love the movie. There's a couple other movies you need to see on Netflix as well. But, it was one movie called Alone. I was watching it yesterday, and I think it's called Alone. And it was like a reality game show where they had 10 people go out to an island. Right, and you have to stay there for 110 days. Like winner would win $500,000. But all I could think of is my black butt out there with bears, like animals that really can eat you, mountain lions and all that. Like, these guys were really like building tents, not building tents, they were building log cabins. You could take 10 things with you. Right?
10 things.
10 things. And you could go to try to survive. And it had me thinking, if you were stranded on an island, what 5 things would you take?
5. This is like a pageant question, right, Kaylin?
What 5 things would you take?
Okay, sunscreen. I would definitely take sunscreen with me. A hat, sunglasses, water, and a towel.
Oh, wow.
Yep, survival.
Who are you fighting off with that?
Do you know on an island, you have to survive.
Okay, all right. Okay.
So you think about it. What would you do if you were, you had to survive on an island, whatever it may be. You don't know what the weather will be like. You don't know what you're going to be provided. So you have to think, okay, I'm in survival mode.
I'm gonna take a hatchet, a blanket, a book. And maybe, I don't know, a weapon of some sort, a bow and arrow. I don't know, but No, definitely I'm not. I'm gonna leave the sunscreen alone. I've eczema,
Okay.
so I'm gonna need something a little stronger than that.
Okay.
But anywho, perfect show today.
Yes.
We're giving away 2 tickets to Nephew Tommy at the Grand Opera House. So stay tuned, follow along with that.
Stay tuned if you are a comedy lover.
If you're a comedy
Yes.
lover. But, and I say stay tuned because you don't want to miss these amazing guests that we're having here today. So Vincenzo, I'm gonna give you a drum roll and you just go ahead and tell them what we got.
You got it. All right. So our first guest is Mary Easley from Capital. She's the Capital Access Manager of KIVA Delaware. And then we have our next set of guests, Arthi wait. I want to make this right. Arthi Jayaraman from the University of Delaware NRT Program, along with Jennifer Johnston, who is the University of Delaware NRT Program Coordinator. We also have Tahira, who the Program Director of Wilmington Black Storytelling Residency, and she has also here residents Kim Graham and Janice Curtis Green. So we're very excited.
I love all of them.
Very excited to have all of our amazing guests. We have a packed show, lots to talk about. So I mean, we could go on for hours talking about so many things going on, but we have to talk about all the amazing guests that we have on our show, and they have some amazing things that we will dive into.
Now, if you watch DETV Kids, Kim Grant made an appearance on an episode that is very amazing. So when you're talking about storytelling here, these 3 ladies, man, they're gonna kill it. They're gonna kill it, and it's just amazing what amazing talent Delaware has and Wilmington has. So I can't wait to get into these interviews.
Yes.
Did we hit everything?
I think we did. I think we should go to commercial so we can dive into these interviews.
Commercial. I hate going to commercial.
Oh, come on. All
right,
so
we're going to commercial.
We're going to break and we'll be right back.
Good morning, Wilmington.
Coming up on the Plaza, KIVA Delaware's Mary Easley. DETV has been Delaware's premium provider of creative digital and broadcasting solutions that bridges communities and connects people. We create great stories for all audiences. We deliver independent news throughout Delaware. We are digital platform innovators. And we develop marketing and sales solutions so you can stay connected to your audience. Now, why do we do what we do here on DETV? We do it because we care. So, keep watching and follow us on all of our social media platforms. Remember, DETV, online, on air, on time.
The day I got arrested was a blessing because it was the end of one chapter of my life and it was the beginning of another. I deserved a clean slate.
Now that clean slate legislation has passed in Delaware, we must ensure that the bills are effectively implemented so qualified people will get the second chance they deserve. To learn more, visit cleanslatede.org.
Government doesn't make a move without an agenda, some type of plan. The problem is we haven't been on the agenda. Sometimes we're overlooked. Sometimes our interests aren't the interest of those in power. I'm your host, Kerwin Gaines, on DETV's new show, The Agenda. We're going to do our best to ensure that you, Delawareans, are knowledgeable about what's going on in the Assembly. Federal government, local government, it doesn't matter. We're going to do our best to ensure that folks that make the agenda on a daily basis have to answer for it. Let them explain what they're doing. If it affects you, it's on the agenda.
All right, welcome back, everyone. We have our first guest, Mary Easley, the Capital Access Manager of KIVA Delaware. Yeah. Welcome, Mary.
Hi.
Yes, welcome. So let's dive right into things. What is KIVA Delaware?
So KIVA Delaware, KIVA started in 2005. It's the first world's micro lending loan, I guess you should say.
Okay.
So, and it started to fill in the gaps for the micros, for micro loans for people who were not able to get loans due to not enough credit, not having collateral, some of the things that the small businesses require, you know, when you're requesting a loan. So the collateral, the financials. So KIVA kind of offers a person to get, or a business to get a loan.
Okay,
with.
okay. And what is the overall goal of KIVA?
To help the businesses that fall within the cracks or just starting out that would not be able to get a loan.
A more easier way
Right.
for the community. Is it more community based?
Yes.
Or community or business based, so they can step in versus going to the big banks.
Right.
Big banks
Okay.
are a little harder. Lenders are a little harder. Here they could go get a micro loan. How long has KIVA been in place?
Since 2005.
Okay. All right.
But Delaware, we're just bringing it in this year.
Oh,
So, yeah.
Roger that. Okay. Because I was wondering, I'm like, I really haven't heard of KIVA here in Delaware. Okay.
But it's over 77 countries that KIVA.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So you started a little bit over a year now, or here in Delaware?
I just started in March, actually.
How you like it?
I love it.
Why you like it?
Because I'll get to meet all the different small businesses and talk to them about, you know, different things that they're
Okay.
doing and
Okay.
aspiring to do.
All
So
right.
it's kind of interesting in that.
Cool. One of the things in the community what we see that there's a funding gap, right? What is KIVA doing to fill that funding gap for the
KIVA
community?
is meant or designed to fill in that funding gap because you don't have to worry about your credit being 600 or 610 or whatever it may be.
So I can take my 200 credit score.
You can
and
try. You can try it. You can try.
Okay. Love it. Love it. Love it. Now, I totally forgot what I was going to say.
That's all right.
Because I was ready to go apply. Like,
By the way, let me think. So I do have a question. So take me through the journey of a KIVA loan.
So the journey would be that you would go online to kiva.org and apply. And then once you apply, you go on with your application. You're going to take a picture of you in front of your business or your product, whatever you're selling. You're going to tell a story about your business. And then it's going to come to me. I'm going to look everything over. I'm going to forward it over to KIVA Review. Once you get approved, that's when the fun begins because that's when you start fundraising. So KIVA's sort of like a crowdfunding. So the first step of your fundraising would be private, which is those people that you know. Because KIVA likes to say, if your grandma wouldn't loan to you, then why should they?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that's your first step. And you'll go, and it requires, it depends on the amount. It could be anywhere between 5 to 20 people that you know that need to lend you at least $25, a minimum. Then once you've reached that goal and you have 2 weeks to do it, you go on to the the public side. And that's where 2 million lenders could contribute into your loan to help you reach your goal.
Is there a minimum? What is the minimum and what is the maximum of the loan? That KIVA?
So $1,000, it starts at $1,000 and $15,000 is the max.
Okay.
And then it's 0% interest.
I was going to ask you that next, girl.
Yeah.
We have a loan for $1,000 and your interest rate 45%.
No, it's zero. It's 0%
Oh,
interest.
nice,
Yeah,
nice,
yeah.
nice.
Because you're basically paying back those people that know and believe in you.
Wow.
Now, what are more the requirements?
You need to have a business license.
Okay.
And that's like the number one thing that I've seen people run into. It was just the business license. Business doesn't really need to be established as far as a set amount of years. So all that background part,
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of information
Okay.
on that part.
The goal of KIVA, the overall goal, what is that?
The overall goal is to fill in that
Funding.
funding gap. That funding gap.
I love it.
Now, they're on the website, the stats say about 81% are women borrowers. Is this correct and
Yes.
still accurate?
Yes, it is.
Why is that?
Yeah.
What?
Now, a lot of our viewers, like 97% of our viewers are women. So you better make this one good. She ate the muffin too.
I don't know. The women just go for it. The women are those that apply for it and that request it. And
But Vincenzo, what we do see that there is a crazy surge with women opening businesses. Like today, all our guests today are women. And so I can see with more loans, and they definitely have the purchasing power more than anyone on the planet.
Yes.
So I can see that.
I could see that statistic being still to this day very accurate and probably growing because more females, more women are more, I guess you would say, courageous, willing to step out of their comfort zone and take that risk and take that chance. And maybe they do need that support, and KIVA Delaware will be able to offer that extra support because it is scary starting a business.
It is.
Whether you're by yourself or with a team of people, but I still to this day, if I were to start all over again, I still would be nervous, even though I have experience under my belt, because it is, you know, a risk you take.
Right, but that's what helps you get through it, that nervousness.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
So this is the community camera right here.
Okay.
Right? Tell the community what you want them to know about KIVA.
So what I want them to know about KIVA, I think KIVA is a great opportunity for the small businesses, especially in Delaware, those that are just stepping out. That's the first thing I would like for them to know. And then the other part is it's also a great opportunity to become a lender and help those small businesses within the community that are trying to step out.
All right, let's talk about that real quick. The lender, how can they be a part, and what does that look like to be a lender?
So to be a lender, you would go onto the same thing, the website, the kiva.org website, and you just would apply to be a lender.
Okay.
And that's
simple.
it.
Love it. All right. I'm gonna take a look later on today.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Well,
Good.
Well, we appreciate you coming on the show. We appreciate you getting the word out about KIVA Delaware, because it is an incredible resource, and it's for everyone, not just females. It's for everyone.
Correct.
Right?
It is for everyone.
Is there age? Did we talk about age
18.
requirement? Okay, that I think is really, really important. So you have to be 18
Yes.
years and
Yes.
up to take advantage of the resources at KIVA Delaware, which I think is critical, and we're so happy that we were able to provide you a platform to get the word out about this program, because I never heard about it. And I think that more and more people do need to hear about this, because if it is something that could help you start your business, that support, that, you know, that's really, really important.
It is
for
extremely
anyone starting a
important.
business, because especially now today, the way things are with the economy, having that support is necessary. So
Yes.
we appreciate you coming on the
Thank
show
you.
and
Thank
sharing
you. Thank
KIVA
you.
Delaware with all of us, and we wish you lots of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you
Of
so much.
course.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, so Vincenzo, before we go to break, we have 2 tickets to give away for the comedy special with Nephew Tommy here, who actually will be here on DETV Good Morning Wilmington this week.
Okay,
All right,
very
so we're
exciting.
super excited
Lots
about
of
that.
things happening on set, lots of things happening at DETV. So how are we going to give away these tickets, Ivan?
If you call the phone number 302-983-6703 and say you want your tickets, I'm going to answer it live on air, and I'll give you 2 tickets to see Nephew Tommy. All right, we're going to go to a commercial break real quick. We're going to go to actually StreetBreak with comedian Arthi Jayaraman. Speaking of another comedian, and we'll be right back with our next interview. Who we got up next?
We have Arthi Jayaraman, and we have Jennifer Johnston of the University of Delaware NRT Program.
My homegirl JJ. We'll be right back. Good morning, Wilmington.
Stay tuned. NRT's Arthi Jayaraman and Jennifer Johnston is up next.
I'm Ty Break Jameson, and this is Street Break. Would you rather be smart or good looking?
Ooh. I guess smart. I don't know. That's a hard one.
Yeah, cause smart, like you make money, you wind up good looking.
Ooh. Smart.
Smart.
Yeah. Because if you're like mediocre looking, but you know, you're smart, kind of boosts that up a little.
That's right. It makes you beautiful, doesn't it?
Smart.
Okay.
Smart. I'd rather be smart than good looking, because I don't want to be ugly. I don't want to be like good looking and I don't got the brains. So like, yeah.
Smart. I was about to say, like, I mean, you smart though. Like women gonna come. Everything else gonna come when you smart. Jobs, everything else gonna open up. So rather be smart, definitely.
Okay.
Smart, because I think that beauty comes from within, and I think a lot of that has to do with how you absorb, not only reading, but absorb the world and go out in the world and reflect on that. So I think intellectualism can add to the beauty, whereas physical beauty fades a lot faster than your brain.
That's what I'm talking about, Miss Mobley, with some depth. All right? That's how we do it.
Good looking.
Good looking.
These days, in this day and age, Instagram, come on now. All you gotta do is have a face, you're gonna get some money.
Smart. Smart. I mean, because I can always be smart and make money and buy looks. Hello?
Hey. Why do girls go to the bathroom in groups?
Sometimes we don't really go to the bathroom. We like fix our makeup or like fix our clothes or just talk. It's never really you have to go to the bathroom. Just like, yeah, something like that.
Not too sure.
Okay, that's a safe answer. You didn't step into a lane, you didn't,
Yeah. Okay.
No, I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
Talk about who they just seen out there and what they done seen. Is they nasty too?
Gossip and talk some crazy stuff, huh?
Other than safety? I can't think of another reason.
No?
I mean, I might need my girl to like zip me up, help me out.
Oh my, I do not know why. I just think that we feel as though that we have to accompany each other there so we're not walking alone. I think that's what it is.
Because they need to find their way back.
I think what they do is that they like to stand on top of each other and support each other based on if the toilet seat is gross. So they're like one's here and the other one's there on her thighs, supporting her, holding her down, holding her up, making sure that she doesn't have to touch the toilet seat.
Because we need support. And we like to be in our communities.
Okay, all right. Communities in the bathroom. I got you.
Yes. Communal support.
Got you. That works.
Everything come out better.
All right, welcome back, everyone. We have our next guest. We have Arthi Jayaraman and we have Jennifer Johnston from the University of Delaware NRT Program. Welcome, ladies.
Hi, how you doing?
It feels crazy, like having JJ on that side.
I know. It's weird being on the receiving end.
Share with the viewers that are tuning in, because we do have some new viewers now watching Good Morning Wilmington. Share with everyone about
JJ, first of all, JJ and I met approximately maybe 10 years ago.
Give or take, yeah.
Give or take 10 years ago at the University of Delaware, at Del Tech. At Del Tech. And we became good friends. And when I decided to do Good Morning Wilmington on Channel 28, I reached out to JJ, like, JJ, I need you. And I think you did about about a year?
I did, yeah, a whole season, yeah.
A whole season of Good Morning Wilmington. And it just feels crazy now, like, to have her, like, on the other side, you know.
It's weird being on the other side.
Well, I was excited. So I was able, the first time I was on set at DETV for the Good Morning Wilmington show was probably over a year ago now. And my title holders, the Miss Delaware USA and Miss Delaware Teen USA at the time, Drew San Clemente and Sky Knox, they were being interviewed by you.
Yeah.
And so I was able to meet you for the first time. So fast forward to today, now you're on the other end, and we're very excited to have you on the show, both of you on the show. So we need to go back to
Go back here.
Dive in.
We're going to have a toast and everything. And so JJ moved on to amazing things at the University of Delaware.
Yes.
So talk about what are you doing there?
Well, the really cool thing is that very soon after I left Good Morning Wilmington, because my schedule was just too crazy and I had another opportunity, I actually produced an independent film. Very soon after that, I actually got to meet this lovely woman who had reached out. I had applied for a position. She started a brand new, the University of Delaware just launched a brand new NRT program that was getting ready to sort of launch the first cohort in January. So I was brought in towards the end of December as the program coordinator for this program. And for me, I have no science background, as you know. I'm all business, entrepreneurship, entertainment. No science background, but there is such a beautiful relationship between business and science. So for me, I'm always really excited about it. She is definitely the brains behind it all. And she can probably definitely speak more to what the NRT program is. So Arthi, go ahead.
Sure. First of all, thank you for having us. It's a great way for us to share about our program, which is in its first year. So I'm a professor in chemical engineering and in material science and engineering at the University of Delaware. And my research expertise is in combining computing, data science, and materials together. So I'm very passionate about that. So about 2 years ago, we had an opportunity to write a grant to National Science Foundation that has this National Research Traineeship Program. So they'd like to give funds to universities and partnerships. For example, our NRT, National Research Traineeship, is a partnership between UD, University of Delaware, and Delaware State. So they'd love to create partnerships like that, which allows us to create a platform to train our next workforce, right? So because my passion is in computing, data science, and materials, and I love graduate education, I love mentoring students, I said, why not channel all of that together towards this program? We applied for a grant and we got it. So we are in our first year, and it's an interdisciplinary graduate traineeship. For graduate students both at University of Delaware, and they can be in chemical engineering, material science, chemistry, computer science, or they could be at Delaware State University in chemistry, and they're all participating together to get all relevant technical training, professional skills, to be prepared for the next career and be successful.
Wow,
so yeah, that's what the program is.
So this is really an incredible program that University of Delaware is offering.
Yeah.
And it seems like it's full of information,
Right.
you know, because I never heard about it.
Right.
Yeah.
And as I, you know, before we started the show, I wanted to go over to Arthi and Jen, and I wanted to talk more about it because it was something new to me, and I didn't quite understand it. So I wanted to make sure I was understanding it and what the program was offering. Now, is it offered just to University of Delaware students or outside of that?
University of Delaware students as well as Delaware State students.
Del State students, okay.
And a lot of the components are offered to the students who are part of the program, but it's also offered to any student on University of Delaware campus and any student at Delaware State who wants to come and take classes with us that we've developed for the program. So it's open to enroll students at UD and DSU. But there's a big community component to it as well, which we will get to in a little bit, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's get to it.
Yeah.
So jump on in.
Let's get to it.
Well, one of the things that's great, and part of sort of the way that Arthi designed this program, and one of the things that the National Science Foundation really wants to see is community outreach from these trainees.
That's what I was going to. Right.
Yeah,
That's
and
what
you
I
know
was
me,
going.
I'm all about
Yeah.
community, so. You know, she kind of let me take the rein on that a little bit and work with the trainees to develop their plan on, well, how are they going to, because they really can choose, they could have chosen any way, any method to do community outreach, and of course incorporating, you know, their research and the elements that they're learning about. So after a couple brainstorming sessions, one of the things that they came up with is educational videos. And so what they're doing over the course of the summer, we've decided to call it the Summer of Science, NRT Summer of Science. We have 10 trainees in our first cohort, and they've all decided to pair up. So we have 5 different videos. And what they're doing is they're taking their research, elements of their research, and sharing it with the community.
Right. Right.
And one of the things that they are doing, which I think is great, is they've really had to think about, well, who's my audience?
Right.
So each one of these videos really targets a different age range, a different group of people. Our very first one actually was released on Friday, July 8th. And you can check it out on our YouTube channel, the NRT MIDAS YouTube channel, as well as you can see it on our Twitter page, which is at NRT MIDAS. The very first one was actually about recycling and upcycling and how plastics are made. And so it's really, really informative and educational. I learned new things about plastic that I did not know.
Right.
And because obviously working with these trainees, I've learned a lot. And so from young children to parents, everybody can appreciate that.
And that's what I was going to ask. Let's talk about the benefits of this program.
Sure.
Right? Because that's what people want to know. And I know you voted in the grant, or the word impact. That's
Exactly.
that is the word that's in it, that makes sure you get funded in the grant. Is impact. What impact does this program have?
So there are many aspects to it. So one of the things is we are addressing the needs for chemical industries right now. They want to make the next best product fast and in an informed manner. So by training the students to be the next workforce, we are preparing them to have the skills that is needed to quickly come up with better materials fast and getting it to the community, right? So obviously industries benefit from that, and if industries make better products, we get a better shampoo, we get a better soap, we get a better medical device. So that's one way of creating an impact, and teaching students how to talk to each other despite coming from different technical backgrounds, is a very critical skill in that progress.
Right.
So that's one thing. And the other thing is, as Jen was saying, something that's very common for both of us in terms of passion is making sure science is accessible. So it's not a, scientist in a lab coat sitting in their lab. It is impacting all of us, and that it's a good thing. We can learn a lot from it. So the Summer of Science series was sort of a passion for us to get that science out there to everyone, to love, and to see the cool aspects of it, things that get me excited.
Yeah. I said she's bubbling now, and you said she was nervous.
Yeah. Yes.
We have a video. We have a video real quick. We're gonna talk. We're gonna go take a look at. We'll be right. Hold tight. Check this video out.
Funding provided by the National Science Foundation.
Awesome. Now that we're in the lab, we can do the shrinking plastic experiment. And so we have 3 different kinds of plastic. Okay. This one's called PET. This one is from polystyrene. And this one is polypropylene. So 3 different kinds of plastic. And then what we have here is this fancy thing is just an oven that has been preheated to 350 Fahrenheit or 180 Celsius. And so what we're going to do is, this is just a little tray I made out of tin foil. And so we're going to put our plastics on the tray. I'm going to put on some heat-resistant gloves, just for safety. And open the oven. Sorry, open the oven. And put our plastics in for about a minute. And then let's see what happens. Okay, so now we can open it up. You can smell the lovely plastic.
I can smell it.
All right. Was a whole cup.
Yeah.
Now it's shrunk down and it's still hot. I can actually move it around and shape it. But soon it will be cool enough that it will just be hard plastic, totally shrunk down. So this one kind of plastic versus this yogurt cup, totally fine. Yeah. Hasn't moved at all. And your water bottle has only just shrunk in a little bit.
Wow.
So that's why the kinds of different plastic matter for when you're going to reprocessing it into a new kind of bottle or something.
Okay, so explain to me, what did we just see right there?
Right, yes. So what you had to, and one of the cool things about this particular video that was done by 2 of our trainees was their passions really are about recycling, waste, upcycling. And one of the things that they showed us was a small experiment that even like parents can do at home with kids to show them that there's different types of plastics.
Right.
And when you recycle them, it really matters what types of plastic, the type of plastic matters because they have to be broken down differently.
Roger that.
Or how they're going to be repurposed. So
Okay.
that was a really cool experiment that Allison and Jamil did. They are 2 of our trainees.
And you can see all these videos where?
You can catch it. Our Twitter page is probably one of the easiest to follow, which is at NRT MIDAS, MIDAS. We release them every Friday. So every Friday you can catch a new video.
I really like that because it paints the picture.
Yeah.
I'm a visual learner, I'm a visual person, and I think many people are too. And when you're able to paint the picture and take advantage of social media, which you are doing, you're able to really get that message out.
Absolutely.
And also maybe gain people to enter the program as well.
Absolutely.
So I'm sure it's all these benefits of social media, the positive side of social media.
There you go.
And just one more thing to add, if the audience does watch the video, one thing we would love for you guys to do is just help us out. There is a small survey after each video, and it really helps the trainees learn next steps, like what did they do well and stuff like that. So.
All right, do me a favor, community camera. Go ahead, you got 30 seconds to talk about whatever you want them to know
30 seconds to talk about
NRT.
All right, what do you want to say?
I think science is cool. I'm a scientist, but I'm very relatable. I think our trainees whose videos you will see will show you what is cool about what they do and why that impacts you as a viewer. So I'm excited about that aspect, and the future trainees, if you're excited about this, apply to UD, apply to DSU, and we hope to have you in our program.
Love to meet you. And like I said, check out the videos that come out every single Friday. And you can find them at our Twitter page, which is at NRT MIDAS, MIDAS. And don't forget to take the survey when you're done.
I love it. You have to come back to tell us, to fill us in with more info on how it's going, or what else can we do as a community to participate in and make it better. I'm super excited. Did I tell you I used to be a scientist? Like in my third life?
Third life? No, not the second, the third one. But it wouldn't surprise me.
Right.
So
join our program then. Come on.
I'll be there cooking up everything. Well, thank you ladies so much for coming.
Yes, thank you guys. I
And give them the
appreciate
website real quick where they can check everything out.
So our website would be, what is it? It's udel.
Sites, sites.udel.edu/NRT MIDAS. But the easiest is, as Jen said, Twitter handle is @NRT MIDAS.
Love it, love it. Yes. All right, and there you have it. We'll be right back after this commercial break. The art of storytelling is here, right here in the plaza, and you don't want to miss it. Can't wait.
How did DETV start and how did you get here?
DETV started approximately 10 years ago in the basement of my home. I had an idea to show people of color doing great things, but what happened was I got to the point that I said, I'm gonna just show people all together doing great things. The motto and the moral was to bring people together instead of using media to rip people apart. And doing that, you know, I just did a lot of hard work, a lot of free stuff, a lot of things of just showing people being themselves. I figured that media, and I saw that media wasn't doing that, so I just decided to give it a shot, not knowing that it would bring me to where I am today. I had a great journey doing it, met some amazing people, did some amazing things, worked on some amazing projects, you know, and with just a lot of hard work and a bunch of sacrifice, I'm here today. I done worked on everyone's campaign in the state of Delaware, and now, you know, I'm just doing what I do and doing it with friends. My biggest accomplishment right now would have to be this, hands down, without a doubt. We want to make sure that we inform the community wholeheartedly. So again, they can have all the information that they need. For more information, you can find us at detvch.com. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Twitter and Facebook under DETV. Be sure to check us out. Tell me what you think. So I'm super excited, right? Welcome back. I'm super excited because we actually have the storytellers of Delaware here, and these three women. I know two.
Baltimore in the house.
Baltimore in the house.
But my brother attended Salesianum High School in Wilmington, Delaware, and he taught at the university.
So we're going to adopt you today.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to adopt you.
I'm loving it. Yes.
And as you know, storytelling in the Black community, it is what it is. It is one of the things that the way that in Africa that they told stories, that they enlighten the young people. And here today we have three amazing storytellers, and so thank you for coming to the plaza. I really appreciate you.
Yeah, so let's introduce one by one, and we'll start with you, Janice. Introduce yourself, please. I know that you are not a Delaware native, but you have connections.
I'm an adopted Delaware native. My name is Janice Curtis Green with an E on the end, and I am from Baltimore, Maryland, that we call the center of the universe, but you'll let me slide. I'm former president of the Griot Circle of Maryland, and a former president, immediate past president of the National Association of Black Storytellers. So I'm grateful to be here in Delaware and to take part in this amazing program.
Thank you so much for coming.
And I'm Tahira. I live right here in Delaware in Claymont, and I'm the program director of the Wilmington Black Storytelling Residency.
Awesome, awesome.
And I'm Kim Graham, and have been a storyteller for a little bit of time, and am a Wilmington born and raised.
Nice. The Storyteller Residency, the Black Storyteller Residency, what is it?
Well, it runs from today, July 11th through Saturday, and there are over a dozen Black storytellers from 9 different states that are here in Wilmington, Delaware, to study with master storytellers, and it's going to culminate in them performing. So all along the week, they're going to be learning, and we're reporting into them, and they're going to take what they learn and perform at the Clifford Brown Listening Gardens down on the east side on Saturday.
Oh my, that is going to be
so it's
something.
intense. It's intense.
I got like the chills like, because I heard you two ladies do what you do for many, many years. And I'm a fan, just like a lot of people here in Delaware. You do yours with music. You do yours just with voice. You know. Okay. What can people expect from for this week?
Well, the participants in the program can expect an intense study under masters in which we are talking about history. We're talking about the folklore tradition and how to use that in your craft as storytellers to impact the community. So it's like we're hoping to plant these seeds that then flourish into something wonderful, that whether they're here in Delaware like Kim or take it to wherever they live. And so it is an intensive study. And then the community here gets to hear what they craft and what they learn in just 7 days. But these storytellers are from emerging artists all the way to seasoned professionals and past presidents of the National Association of Black Storytellers. So they have a variety of experiences, and this community can benefit from that when they hear them on Saturday.
Wow. So can anybody attend the event?
On Saturday, yes, they can.
Okay. Is it free? Is there a ticket?
It's free and open to the public. Nice. Yes, thanks to the City of Wilmington Office of Cultural Affairs and City Fest. Thank you, City Fest. Yes.
When did you get involved in storytelling? Or matter of fact, what inspired you? And that's the question that's coming across the board. What inspired you?
I've been telling stories, not that I look it, but for over 30 years now. And
31? You're 31?
What inspired me was my mother.
Okay.
She used to sing and tell us stories. She had dropped out of college to become a housewife. And I think we were her classroom then. And she used us to tell stories. And I was amazed that she could change her voice with every character and never get them confused. The voice would change with every character. And so I often tell people the Marys inspired me. My mother, who's Mary Evelyn, I was taught by the Oblate Sisters of Providence, the first permanent order of vowed Catholic women of color anywhere in the world. And their foundress was Mother Mary Lang, and then of course Mother Mary Carter Smith, who was the preeminent storyteller in the state of Maryland and one of the founder of the Griot Circle, and along with Linda Goss of Philly, one of the co-founders of the National Association of Black Storytellers. So I was, since a child, at my mother's knee. My mother inspired me.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, my papa would say that I've been lying all my life. However, my inspiration was my daughter.
Okay.
That when she was born, I wanted to share with her the stories that my father gave to me, and he was an ancestor. So I started asking, how we do. Started asking around in the family. Remember this story Daddy told? Remember when he went to Ghana, he came back with this? And so I started collecting those stories within my family that I wanted to give to my daughter. And then one day I saw the Charlotte Blake Austin performing at the what's it called, the Please Touch Museum in Philadelphia. And I was like, wait a minute, they pay you? wait. She said, yes, and there is a National Association of Black Storytellers. I'm like, there's more of you? Right. And there was an affiliate in Philadelphia, and I joined that affiliate, Keepers of the Culture, and later became president. So that's what inspired me. Just my daughter inspired me to begin to tell stories.
Nice.
Yeah.
Poetry was really my entrance into storytelling, the stories that are told through many of our classic African American poets. And then moving into folk tales happened. I was in college and I was working with a summer camp, and I was teaching African history. And I began to notice the students' whole esteem change as they learned poems and stories about themselves and their culture. And that led me into really embracing story as in its art form, and using it to educate and share our culture with others.
Nice. Now I have, this is the thing, and I know we have about 5 minutes left, right? Is there anything that you can share with us, a story? Like, I want people to hear your voice, right? And I know I'm putting you on the spot.
I'm glad you're asking, because as soon as we started talking, I'm like, oh, I really
really want to hear.
Yeah.
Do we have enough time,
Yeah.
Ivan?
We got time?
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah, I
we
have
have
a
time.
2-minute story, or this is a poem that I
Okay.
wrote to reflect on my son, Lance Corporal Barry Ross Thompson, who died from his injuries in Iraq. He was a U.S. Marine. And storytelling is healing. And part of that healing is telling your story.
Understood.
So this is it.
Okay.
I woke up one morning and saw a beautiful butterfly, and it filled me with so much joy. Well, I began to cry. Thinking that I was sad, the butterfly said to me, "Girl, what have I done to cause you so much misery?" I said, "No, butterfly, these are not tears of sadness or strife. These are tears of joy for God's gifts to my life. I have family and friends to brighten up my day, and even when hard times fall, God's love, like these tears, washes them away. And you, butterfly, you're one of these gifts, because when I see you, well, my spirit just lifts." Butterfly said, "How can that be? Because I'm just a little bug. I cannot hold you or kiss you or give you a hug." I said, "No, butterfly, you're a reminder of God's greatest gift to me. That is, only when the body dies does the spirit become truly free." The butterfly said, "Oh, now I understand. It's well like the caterpillar had to die so that I could become, this beautiful butterfly." And with that, he spread his wings and gently flew away. So I waved, closed the window, and started my day. But the sun shone a little brighter, and I felt good inside because my Barry, well, he had transitioned. He had not truly died. And if I tell his story, his spirit will never die. It will be forever remembered. Oh, like that beautiful butterfly. Ooh.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was amazing. Thank you.
Yes, that
You got
that
one
was
for
a
me?
treat.
Oh, why we going down the line? Okay, here we go. Said the signifying monkey to the lion one day, "Hey, there's a great big elephant down the way, going around talking, I'm sorry to say, about your mama."
Oh my goodness.
In a scandalous way. He's talking about your mama and your grandmom too, and he don't show too much respect for you. Now you weren't there, and I sure am glad, because the things he said, they made me mad. With a lion. He said, "Oh yeah, I fix him. I tear that elephant from limb to limb." Then he shook the forest with a mighty roar, and he took off like a shot from a 44. He found the elephant where the tall grass grows and said, "I come to punch you in your long nose." The elephant looked at the lion in surprise and said, "Boy, you better pick on somebody your size." But the lion wouldn't listen. He tried to make a pass, and that's when that elephant stomped him down in the grass. That lion, he jumped back to the ground, and that's when that elephant really went to town. He whooped that lion for the rest of the day. And I still don't see how that lion got away, because he dragged off more dead than alive. And that's when that monkey started his signifying job. The monkey said, "Ooh wee, what's that beat up mess I see? Is that you, lion? Oh, do tell. That elephant whooped you to a fare thee well. He gave you a beating that was rough enough, and you supposed to be king of the jungle. Ain't that some stuff? You big overgrown kitty cat. Now don't you roar. I'll hop down there and whoop you some more." Well, the monkey got to laughing and jumping up and down, and his foot missed the limb, and he plunged to the ground. The lion was on him with all 4 feet, gonna ground that monkey to hamburger meat. Oh, please, brother lion, I do apologize. I meant no harm. Please let me go. And I tell you something you really ought to know. Well, the lion stepped back just to see what that monkey had to say. And that's when that monkey scampered up the tree and got away. What I meant to say, the monkey said, "Then, if you mess with me, I stick that elephant on you again." The lion shook his head and said, "Monkey, you jive if you and your children plan to stay alive. Up in them trees is where you ought to stay." And that's where they are to this very day.
Thank you. Love it. And Kim.
So I just came back from Egypt, and so I'm going to use a poem to touch on that by Nikki Giovanni, Ego Trippin'. I was born in the Congo. I walked the Fertile Crescent and built the Sphinx. I designed a pyramid so tough that a star that only glows every 100 years shines into its center, giving divine, perfect light. I am bad. My oldest daughter is Nefertiti, and the tears of my birth pains created the Nile. I am a beautiful woman. Once I crossed the Sahara Desert with a packet of goat's meat and a change of clothes. I crossed it in 2 days. I am a gazelle so swift that you cannot catch me. I sow diamonds in my backyard. My bowels deliver uranium. The filing from my fingernails are semi-precious jewels. The hair from my head thinned and laid gold across 3 continents. I am so hip, so ethereal, so surreal, I cannot be comprehended except by my permission. I mean, I can fly like a bird in the sky. Ego tripping.
Ladies, wow, thank you for that.
Thank you, ladies.
Really,
oh,
thank
I
you for
really
that.
appreciate it. That's
I'm so glad
storytelling.
that you asked. I'm really, that was such a treat. So for viewers that had a little taste, make sure you go to the event this Saturday.
6 o'clock.
Definitely will be worth it. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you, ladies, so much. Really appreciate it. And there you have it. I told you. Told you. Storytelling. I can listen to that all day.
Me too.
Oh my God. It reminds me of sitting at grandma's feet and letting grandma just tell you how it was or what's going on. And like, that's what we used to do, like growing up in the Black House. You know what I mean? But wow, thank you ladies again. I really, and I know people really enjoy that. Gotta get you coming back. Gotta get you coming back to do more of that.
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm super excited. All right.
We have to announce the winner.
Did we get a winner? I don't think we got a winner yet. All right, so if you're just watching DETV, to win tickets to Nephew Tommy, call 302-983-6703. Are we closing out from here or are we going back to the desk?
We're
gonna close out here? Okay, so just call me. We're gonna get out of here. Up next on DETV is Chef Dana. Cooking with Dana, Chef on DETV. And special shout out to our sponsors, Balance, Strength and Fitness,
Wi-Fi Internet Services.
and DART. And so we have some good sponsors.
Yes, yeah, we always have some great sponsors and always looking for sponsors. So definitely give Ivan a call. You have his number now, so no excuses. All right, well, another great show. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you tune in on, Wednesday.
Guess what we're doing on Wednesday?
What are we doing?
We're working out. We're working out. We got my trainer, Balance Strength and Fitness, is coming here.
Okay, one of our sponsors is joining us.
So get your Nikes.
Okay.
All right, and we're going to make it happen. She like, yeah, all right.
All right, we're ready to do this. I'm always stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
And then you're going to make a story out of it. I'm going to hear storytelling out of it from you. All right, we'll see you on Wednesday. No, it was a text.
That's all right. That's all right.
We'll see you on Wednesday on Good Morning Wilmington. Thank you.